Hey BookTube, this is Friday Reads on Saturday. I'm Jen and I talk about audiobooks, and this is Friday Reads on Saturday. Today is Saturday, and I recorded a Friday Reads, but I went to upload it and I had some technical difficulties because my internet here is so iffy. Oh, it's really frustrating. And I realized that by the time I got it uploaded, I would have read whatever I was talking about. So I thought I'll just go ahead and record this today. Because I'm going to be going to a Starbucks where at least the internet is reliable. So anyway, this weekend I am reading a couple of things, and I have a couple of introspective sorts of things that I want to tell you about. So first, let me tell you what I'm reading. I have been working my way through the McCarthys of Gansett Island series by Marie Force, and I love it, because it's a little escape into a small town on an island off the coast of Rhode Island, I think, New England. And yeah, it's just this collection of characters that it's like living in a small town. You kind of keep up with everybody, who's getting together and who's having trouble and who's having a baby. And it's almost like a soap opera, but it's not. It's a little more endearing than that. It's not so drama filled. And the thing I love about Marie Force is that she incorporates several story arcs into the main storyline. So while each book focuses primarily on one couple and their romance as they come together, it also follows up with the previous people in the, characters in the previous books. It carries on their stories, who's having a baby and who's going to school or who's recovering from all kinds of, sicknesses, or whose mom just got out of an abusive relationship. She covers all kinds of topics, and she does it really, really well. But you get not just a mention of these characters, but you get an actual chunk of what's happening with them. So she's got multiple storylines going on with each book. And I love that. I love that because you don't ever feel like you left characters behind. They're integral to what's happening in the primary storyline. So anyway, I love that. So I've been thoroughly enjoying those. And I think if I counted last, there are 15 books. I think maybe the 15th hasn't quite come out yet, but it's due out pretty soon. And so I'm on book 9. And it's just really good. This focuses on girl who is a victim of domestic violence and a guy who is a doctor who cheated on his fiance of like 13 years, high school sweetheart, all that kind of thing. And that's been several books ago, and so he's just been kind of on the periphery, and now we get a book that's all about him. So that should be interesting. Anyway, so I'm reading that, and I'll probably keep going with that series. I'm trying to pace myself because I love those characters so much, but it's hard. Yeah. It's kind of like my whole obsession with the Lucky Harbor series from Jill Shalvis. Same idea, same small town kind of feel, but completely different in the way that it's written and the way that the storylines connect. And so it's kind of fun to have found another one, kind of, equally enjoyable. Okay, so on my iPod, I have Islands at the End of the World. I don't think you can see that with the glare, but Islands at the End of the World by Aslan. And this is YA, post-apocalyptic, set in Hawaii. Okay, if you know anything about me, you know two things. First of all, I love tropical islands. I love hot weather. I love humidity. I don't care. Give me an ocean and give me the sun and I'm good. And second of all, I took a trip to Hawaii recently. It was early June, and I would live there if I could. Seriously, we don't like white middle-aged, middle-income people aside. Give us the native Hawaiians. Yeah, I'd still go live there. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this, and I really like the narrator, and I forget who narrates it, but I will put it right here because, you know, I always like to tell you. I really like her. She seems a little old for a 16-year-old main character, but that's not bothering me. And I don't know why that is, but it's not. So I'll take it. It's a good narrator, and I will keep you posted. I think this is the first in a duology, if I'm not mistaken. And I have heard okay things about it, not raving, but I don't know. It's what I'm in the mood for. I'm kind of tired of romance. I've been ODing on romance, and so I needed something a little different. So I'm going to keep going with that. And then I also have the Raft by S.A. Bodeen, which I picked up at Books A Million when I was on a trip down south a couple of weeks ago, and I've wanted to pick this up. And you know, I've been picking up my iPad more often now. In fact, I hate to put my iPad down because I hate to leave Gansett Island. But anyway, because of that, and because this is a relatively short book, I think it's like 200 and some pages, I think this is not an overwhelming, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get through that book kind of a book. It's like a one sitting kind of a book. So I have a feeling that I'll be able to pick this up and get through it. It's survival. I love survival. I love post-apocalyptic stories and that kind of thing. So the only other thing that I may get to after I finish Islands at the End of the World, except even as I say that, I'm thinking I'll probably want the sequel to Islands at the End of the World. But anyway, Jane at Yes Miss Jane is my go-to person for a new book to read. I don't know how this happened, but it seems like every book she talks about, I think, oh, that sounds interesting. And then I pick it up and it's like the next greatest thing in my life. Anyway, she just has really good taste in books. But she talked about Borderline by Mishell Baker, I think it is. And that looks just like something interesting. It's all about a girl who has borderline personality disorder, and she tried to commit suicide and lost the use of her legs. So she's a disabled person, and she gets recruited by an agency to handle the Fae, like people who are on the outs with the Fae or in trouble or some kind, I don't know, something like that. It's supernatural Fae involved with this woman who has this disability and also this condition. So, all kinds of interesting there. So I was able to find it on audio, and I sampled it, and I like the narrator, so I'll keep you posted on that one. And that is my weekend. So let me know what you're reading this weekend. Give me some ideas. I mean, whatever it is you're reading, it's always interesting to me. And very often you will tell me about something new that I think, ooh, I got to read that. So let's talk about all that in comments. And that is it for now for me. I'm off to go enjoy the beautiful sunshine that is out today. And so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.